All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Talenza. Thanks for checking out the Rich Talenza Show. So, what I'm going to talk about in this podcast is someone who dates someone, and especially at the beginning, when dating them, they need too much attention. And I think this happens a lot more often than people think. And by needing all this attention, or needing it, a lot of people don't realize they're turning someone off instead of on. It's kind of coming off as an insecurity. Not something that's cute or something that the person who is kind of being insecure and needs all this attention thinks it's, oh, I'm just showing them that I can't stop thinking about them. I want to do everything with them. I want to, make sure that they understand I'm thinking about them all the time, day and night. I look forward to always being with them and things. Now, you can do whatever the hell you want. But I think now with cell phones, people can easily overdo it. Not only that, even from a social media presence, you may be on their page a little too much where you kind of come off as a stalker. Where every time they post something, you're leaving a comment and you're liking it. Or, you're kind of at the point where you're almost, following somebody a little too closely. And the reason I bring this up is because I think there's a fine line again between, when dating somebody, especially at the beginning, is giving them some space and also letting them know that you're interested in them. But a lot of people either go too far one way or another. They're either like playing it really cool, which I see a lot, like somebody, you just started to date, you're trying, they text you, and then you're waiting 6, 7, 8 hours, even though you saw the text in like 30 seconds. You're kind of being an asshole. Not that you're playing it like you're necessarily not interested in them. You're just like, hey, I'm not going to respond because I want them not to think that I'm so into them or that type of shit, which is ridiculous. Have the common courtesy to respond to a text in a certain time. But on the other end, don't send too many texts. Again, you're back to over-communicating, I think. That could be phone calls. That could be on Messenger. That could be, I don't care if it's on an app, a dating app. It could be emails. It could be whatever. I think sometimes, now more than ever, there's an over-communicating type thing going on. And I'm a dude, so I can speak from a dude's perspective, I think, or a guy or whatever, more than a woman. But I can tell you a lot of times where, you start dating someone or you know they're interested and vice versa, but then they start just, it's too much and it gets aggravating. And also a lot of times it's making the other person, let's put it this way, if the person that needs all this attention and kind of coming off insecure, even though they don't mean to, but say they want all this attention from you, instead of like looking forward to seeing them or having a discussion with them, you're overloading them. You're kind of not wanting to talk to them because they communicate so much through text, or they're giving so much away through that way, or again through Messenger. They're like throughout the day, you don't have to send somebody 15, 20 texts. You don't always have to let them know exactly what you're doing. Like, give it some breathing room. I'm telling you right now, less sometimes when meeting somebody, or especially when dating at the beginning, is more. I see this with dudes too that become very insecure with women when they first start dating them. A lot of times we throw it on women and we're like, oh my God, this woman, she never shuts up. She never stops. Well, I got a newsflash. Dudes are the same way. A lot of dudes never shut up. A lot of dudes are very insecure. They're also messaging the woman, where are you at? What's going on? What do you want to do tonight? Especially if they had sex with this person, because most likely a lot of times they want to have more sex. So they're up this woman's ass all the time. No pun intended. But yeah, they're you know what I mean? They're kind of doing that where a lot of women will be like, hey, pump the brakes, man. We just met each other. We just started to date. Relax here. Even if I had sex with you, that doesn't mean I have to see you now every night. They may be busy with work. They may have kids. They may be divorced. They may be a career, school. I don't know what it is. Again, limit the communication a little bit. Just here's the deal. Make sure when you are communicating, it's interesting. Okay? That's the key. I talk a lot about this when dating or doing anything in life, especially if you want to start meeting interesting people. If you're just somebody who's going to be sending a ton of messages and kind of just talking nonsense or bullshit, and then if somebody doesn't respond to you, making them feel bad that they're not responding at a certain time or not wanting to spend as much time with you as they want to, or not doing all the things that they want to do and all these type of things, and you see you're having a problem keeping someone around, you're getting ghosted, you're getting dumped, and no one wants to be around you, most likely it's your communication. A lot of times. It's not always just being with the person, because I think a lot of times when we're with people, we kind of dig them. But then when we're not with them, we start to not dig them. It's actually a turnoff. And then before you know it, you're like, and I think this goes for men and women, you're like, I like being with them and spending time with them. I just can't handle all the other drama and everything else when I'm not with them. So I just want to do a quick podcast on this. If you know anything about me, I try to help men with their self-confidence. And I think this goes for men and women. If you're confident in who you are, you communicate. And listen, there's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel. If you're like, hey, I really dig you and I'd love to see you again. Let's maybe in the future we could go to dinner again, or I don't care when it is. Let's just figure something out. And then if you set a time or a day, or someone's like, hey, give me some time to get back to you, leave it at that. Maybe then go on their social media once in a while, like what they're doing. Maybe you want to, do something else. I don't know what it is. Send them maybe something funny, like a TikTok or something. Kind of taking things easy and enjoying each other's company, not only when together, but separate, but not having that insecurity where you just know it's just bogging you down. And you may not realize if you may be one of these people that is bogging somebody down. So anyways, that's at masteringselfconfidence.com. I help men with their image as well, and that goes for wardrobe, hygiene, fitness, and trying to help them find the woman or women in their dreams, truthfully, and putting them in the right place at the right time to find the right type of women. So if you want, you can reach out, rich at richchalenza.com. And that's all I got for you today. All right? All right.